Oh, bookmarks. Bookmarks. I'll have to get a bookmark. You can never have too many bookmarks. Okay. Okay. Why are we going funny? Hold on. Here we go. First Earl of Essex died 1144. So it's just information stuff about, say, history. It was area in London. It's part of the London Charter, the Magna Carta. William Marshall, the Guardian of England, Guardian of Henry III, who was only 9 whenever he took over. So there's lots of information. Ah, this is a castle with the effigy of King John. The original was in Worcester Cathedral. Well, who would have expected that? A Declaration of Independence of America. Then Declaration of Human Rights, Bill of Rights. And this is a cast of the effigy of Henry III. And these statues have been apparently borrowed from the House of Lords. Wow. A copy of Magna Carta. I know this place had something to do with the creation of the Magna Carta, which is obviously an incredibly important historical event, not just for us, but for lots of countries, including the States. So at some point, we'll have to do a little history of that. So that guy that looked after the country while the king was young, William Marshall, this is him, for his effigy. If memory serves, I can get upstairs as well. Upstairs. I like that. ETS repaired and beautified, 1687. Well, if you say so. I know there's supposed to be a little cell off the stairs. I don't know if that was it in there. But it said that's where if some of the knights were being a bit naughty, that's where they would get kept. And in some cases, starved to death. This could be fun coming back down with people coming up. There we go. I just tilt down. You can see some of the figures, the ends of court. So the griffin is greys. Let's see. We've got the Pegasus here around our temple. Lots of Pegasus. Well, Lincoln's Inn is a red lion. Maybe that's what that is. Griffin would have wings, wouldn't it? So maybe that lion figure denotes Lincoln's Inn. Yeah, here's the lamb for Middle Temple. So we've seen Pegasus, we've seen Red Lion. Lambs. I'm going to guess that the griffin is round that way, which is sort of marked off. Right. Let's see now. Where are we? I'm not sure where those other steps take us going up. Shall we find out? Oh, it's closed. Okie dokie. So this is where I navigate down these. I hate these steps because they're all narrow on one side. Bear with me. I'll probably end up cutting this bit. Show you the colourful windows. That one over there says 1608 to 2008. And you can see either side in the middle bit. We got Pegasus on the left and the Lamb on the right. My camera is slightly skew with, which is a bit annoying. Come on. Apologies for that. Get out without bothering these people. And there's the organ that was obviously being tuned whenever we came in. Oh yeah, you can see somebody up there in the mirror. Okay. So here we have, it says up there Dr. Johnson's buildings. I don't know if you can see that just to the left of that archway. So that's more chambers. And like some of the people who have studied here, like the Blairs, Mahatma Gandhi, over at Paper Buildings, I think it was, or the King's Bench, I think it was Mahatma Gandhi was one of them. Now, can I get through there? Now you see, this is where my knowledge of the area starts getting a bit ropey, so I think we'll go back around the way we came. But over the years, especially like a couple hundred years ago, lots of people from various places, including some of our colonies in America, they would have sent their kids over here to study. Even if they didn't become lawyers, a lot of the well-to-do would have their kids study here for a period of time. It was good for networking, in the same way that going to Oxford, Cambridge, Harvard, wherever it would be. Good for networking, get a good standard of education. And that went on until obviously America and other countries started developing their own sort of halls of excellence, legal setup. But a lot of people who studied here went on to become things such as writers. Sometimes writing about the legal profession itself, like John Mortimer with Run Forward the Bailey, but other people as well. Aha. Now this is Middle Temple Hall. And this dates to 1573, time of Queen Elizabeth I. And in fact, She has apparently dined here numerous times, and indeed one of its, well, a couple of its main sort of features, there's apparently a big double hammer beam ceiling which is made from sort of trees from her estate, as was a 25 or 29 foot long bench where people would sit at and eat, and it's still there today, and it was made from a single tree on her Windsor estate. But the hammer beam ceiling, if you're not familiar with those, if you've ever been to the Houses of Parliament, you go in the Great Hall there, that's a hammer beam ceiling, and they're quite an impressive sight. Now you can do tours in here, I think you even do lunches, but I think it has to be a tour of 10 or more people. So, as I say, 1573, apparently on the outside entrance here there used to be a lamp from the Golden Hind, Francis Drake's boat, because he used to come here apparently quite a bit. But then during the Blitz the building got damaged and the lantern got destroyed. But yeah, for a bit of history inside there. So if you go to the website of Middle Temple, you can see pictures of the inside of it. It's lovely, all the big portraits around. And this is Fountain Court. Can you guess the reason why? Yep, definitely remember coming up here one day and sitting having my lunch, because it was just nice and calm, the sound of the water. Now this is Garden Court, this is Middle Temple bit of garden, and back in the 1800s this was owned by the Royal Horticultural Society, and who knows, maybe part of it still is, or at least was maintained by them. And this is where the original flower show used to be. So these days you've got the Chelsea Flower Show, it actually started here. And Shakespeare also picked it out in, I believe it was Henry VI Part 1, where he talks about the meeting of the two houses in the Wars of the Roses in 1455. The red rose and the white rose. The red rose I think was Lancastrian, the white rose was Yorkist. Could be the other way around, don't shoot me. But anyway, he talked about this being the point where they met and then battle, because apparently this was famous sort of roses. And then obviously that was what, from that point onwards, that was when the two houses spent the next 30 years fighting, the Wars of the Roses. And so, I think we are coming to the end. Now, would you believe it, in a legal district, no doubt for centuries, a wash with money, and look at this, hold on, window tax, and they bricked it up, they're cheap sods. Right then, I am going to exit the legal district into Essex Street. And look at that old lamp. That is a traditional gas lamp. It's got the gas mantles. TAC 1677. Not nice. And you can see, now I haven't really shown you all the different names, but on the on all the doorways you get the names of the various barristers and other people who work in the chambers. And some of the chambers are let out to other professions as well these days. And that's why some of the barristers actually let out buildings in the surrounding streets. So I think we will finish here at this gateway. And strangely enough, if you remember me saying, I'd spent some time in a pub a few times around here. As it happens, here it is, the Devereux. So, what better place to finish? Devereux pub. Okay, so let me see. Right, I'm hoping you can hear me because my microphone is facing far away, but it's facing the other way. I've been experimenting with the microphone in various places to avoid sound of me wheezing, the sound of my footsteps, all the rest of it. But hope you enjoyed this walk. If you do enjoy this stuff, please feel free to subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you on the next walk. Hopefully it was good for you. Not sure where the next walk's going to be, but like I say, hope you like it. Thanks for watching. Bye.